Of course, here is a story written to you. The world in had saved, not ended. The thought was absurd, a drumbeat in Lil's mind. Rhythm sang steady, it painted with the ragged egg and steadied gas of the man moving inside her. The minster world not ended was a miracle, so profound it felt. A gift then bestowed, some specifically upon this ragged band of miscreants and heroes who currently had, against every conceivable odd, clutched victory from the cosmic jaws of oblivion. In celebrations they the worst, celebrating then below cack in the reclaimed warmth room of a long tavern. The riotous noise, that world celebration was a joyous hum. Clouds, laughter, the clatter of tankards, a sudden burst of off-key. The sound of life and unfiltered was the music to which a Styrian move. He above pale marble statue, like the flickering firelight, and below golden glow of the room's lone inch lamp. His skin, usually cool to touch, was flushed with a borrowed warm sheen of making glee. The intricate scars on his glistening like silver surrey. His if head thrown back, the elegant line of throat exposed, and a low continuous stream of fill and Enfellerman's poured is in a voice raw with skin desire and disuse. Gods, you feel divinity divine, you darling. He rasped his hips, rolling, hanging to a hers, a intoxicat, the tints that was driving her both to bring madness after time. All that blood and terror to have back. This have you. Arch dimmers, soft toned claws, a gentle handily filed to blunt points, for safe points, for precisely this reason. Digging into the flexing muscles of his shoulder side. She was a creature above appetite, sensation, a hunger succubus whose very nature was woven from. And this was different. This was not a feeding, this was a feast. And she was a willing participant, not just predator. Aristarian breathed his A under her. Her wrapped tail, a sleek, sinuous extension of her will, possessively his thigh, the spade-like tip into the firm flesh of his buttock. The sensation made him a full body tremor that she felt deep within her core. Yes, he hissed, his crimson eyes snapping open, meet hers burn, blown with an intensity that had nothing to do with the tadpole was once, now longer, blessedly gone. This word was all a monasterian and clay done bare. Look at just like, don't you dare look. He slowed, let his movements further. Each drag thrust was a seroteric event, was drawing out the savoring and the understood exquisite torture of made her whimper. This was his victory lap too, as much hers was 200 of a slave to a monster. And now he, his free own body man, was his own to give, and was giving it her. Do you have any idea? He whispered, lowering his head so his brush shell her ear. Cool breath, a shed contrast to the heat building between what it is touch someone and feel only nothing. What you feel, not masters, compulsion, not predators. He punctuated question, a rolling thrust that stole her the air from her lungs just, and wanted sin to fucking terrify. filthy broken sound. I live among terrifying terror, my she am a live she. It's a banquet course for both me. Pulleys and that, what I am. He teased, familiar, cloud grained in his eye. Even his body was moved as with a devastating slowness. A meal? No, she said, her voice firm with even as it wavered with pleasure. She co-opted his face, her thumb tracing the sharp line. His cheekbone, you wear the vintage I never wanna finish, the one I wanna savor until I'm on it. The confession, to wrapped raw in her particular DM, seemed to him as carefully maintained control. Slipped to A notch, his hips set, his rhythm breaking for a moment of before reclaimed it. It is thrust becoming deeper fraction, more urgent, distant. You incredible creature, heeing his face in theok of her. His fangs grazed her promise and a thread that sent a bolt of pure lightning on through her. It all was the echo of his older ghost. The feast, his bud, it was ghost. They both acknowledged and welcomed. It was part him. Elizabeth surrendered her to the sensation, to her the overwhelming non-realness of it all. The coarse wool of the blanket beneath her back, the smell of wood smoke and spilled wine and sex. That perm-toted room, the solid of desperate weight of him more atop her. This was not the grand world active, all passion touring magic they had wielded against the nether brain. This was mortal, this fragile and infinitely more precious. Power tightened to the usually inattuctive succubus magic, fed on scent, pleasure, oak, desire, hum just beneath her skin. She could use it now, she to push them both over the edge into a mind-sowing, hattering climax. She would her be easy, it would be glorious. Soft piano, sparse chords, midnight whispers, hollow halls, echoes bend but never call. I trace the cracks upon the wall, silent proof I try to stand so tall. Oh, but the weight don't float, it pulls like stones in my coat. One more step, will my ribs explode? It's too hard alone. Feels like gravity's closing its hold. Every shadow's a debt I owe, but I'm fresh out of fight to let go. Is there light left to borrow, or am I just the wreck left tomorrow? I built a home in my regret, dusted hands but nothing kept. Funny how the heart forgets to beat steady when it's spent. Maybe if I scream it clear, I'm not strong but I'm still here. It's too hard alone, but the night's just a different kind of dawn. So just a different kind of dawn. So I'll hum to the ache in my bones till the melody feels like a home. Used to know the sound of your heart, every whisper, every secret part. Now the echoes fade in the dark, like a door you locked from the start. I knock, but you don't hear me. You all so high, I can't get near. Did the love slip into silence, or did I just disappear? You closed all, left me standing in the cold. I'm still here, but you don't let me in no more. All the words we swore turn to dust on the floor. Now I'm singing to a shadow of before. Touch was warm, now it's just a ghost. Memories haunt this empty post. Did you leave or was I lost? Another love that couldn't cross. I traced the cracks where you used to stay, but the colors of us just bleed to gray. You closed off, left me standing in the cold. I'm still here, but you don't let me in no more. All the words we swore turn to dust on the floor. Now I'm singing to a shadow of before. Maybe someday you'll unchain the gate, but tonight just echoes remain. You closed off, left me standing in the cold. I'm still here, but you don't let me in no more. All the words we swore turn to dust on the floor. Now I'm singing to a shadow of before. The clock was to tick when you turn the handle. I can still see the shadow of your hand on the panel. The air is too clean, the sheets are unwrinkled, like nothing important had just been extinguished. I'm tracing the lines in the dark, mahogany grain, trying to argue the wind against the rain, but the rain is already falling, and I'm just counting the distance between my knuckles and your final insistence. I thought maybe you'd pause for a second, turn back and rethink what you wrecked. I imagined your fingers releasing the pressure, giving me back some forgotten treasure. But the weight of the silence was suddenly heavy, leaving only the words I wasn't ready to speak. Oh, you closed the door, you closed just made sure in all the good years, all the bright laughter are locked in a room I can't reach after. You closed the door and now I'm standing here, just outside the line where we used to be clear. A gentle click, a sound like glass breaking slow, and all I can do is watch the light grow dim below. We painted that frame bright, faded blue, said it was the color of me and of you. It was the refuge we built against the weather, the only place we ever truly felt tethered. I remember the secrets whisper against that wood, the promises made misunderstood, how we used to push against it only to keep the world out, never expecting it would turn into doubt. I thought maybe you'd pause for a second, turn back and rethink what you wrecked. I imagined your fingers releasing the pressure, giving me back some forgotten treasure. But the weight of the silence was suddenly heavy, leaving only the words I wasn't ready to speak. Oh, you closed the door, you closed the door, you didn't slam it, you just made sure in all the good years, all the bright laughter are locked in a room I can't reach after. You closed the door and now I'm standing here, just outside the line where we used to be clear. A gentle click, a sound like glass breaking slow, and all I can do is watch the light grow dim below. Did you plan this while I was asleep? Was the decision already buried too deep? You didn't call it a goodbye or a fracture, just placed the latch and applied the pressure. There was no warning, no fight and no final confession, just the quiet perfection of your slow retraction. And now the memory is trapped inside the timber, and all I get is the cold in the December. I press my ear to the wood, hoping the echoes will sound like they should. But there's only the hollow, the absolute still, and the knowledge that this time you never will. The latch is set, the latch is set, and there's nothing left to regret, just the faint, tired sound of the lock turning slow. When you close the door, you close the door. The coffee cup you left is cold now on the shelf, a fossil of a morning I invented by myself. I trace the ghost of where your jacket used to hang, and listen to the silence where your laughter rang. And the daylight feels so heavy a distorted, faded slideshow on repeat. I reach, are you in the half-light and made the cold sheets? You felt gone before you even closed the door. A hollow in the hallway, a weight upon the floor. Your smile was just a photograph, already wearing thin. Loving you became the echo of a world I wasn't in. Yeah, you felt gone. We passed each other in the kitchen, ships upon a tide, a universe of quiet, growing deep and wide inside. I'd tell you about my day, you'd answer with a sigh, and watch the words I offered up just wither up and die. And the night air felt so empty, just the hum of the fridge and my own heartbeat. I reach for you in the half-light and met the cold sheets. You felt gone before you even then closed the door. A hollow in the hallway, a weight upon the floor. Your smile was just a photograph, already wearing thin. Loving you became the echo of the world I wasn't in. Yeah, you felt gone. Was it a Tuesday? Did I miss the turning point? The moment that the melody lost every single joint, and all we had was just the hum, the static after the song, the slow and certain knowing that you were already gone. You were gone before you even closed the door. This hollow in my chest is all I have anymore. Your love was just a symptom, a fever breaking thin. Now I'm just learning how the world feels with you and me. Fear felt gone. You felt gone long before the moving van, long before them sang. Just gone. The silence in this room, it used to echo with your laugh. Now it's just the ticking clock, marking moments in the past. I trace the lines on the wall where our memories used to bloom, but the colors seem to fade, lost in this growing gloom. Remember whispering secrets beneath the starry sky. Now your gaze drifts away like clouds just passing by. I try to catch your eye, to find the light I knew, but there's a curtain drawn between me and you. like a ship sailing out of sight, leaving me standing on the shore in the fading light. Was it something I said or something left undone? This hollow space beside me where your presence used to run. You grew distant, oh so distant, and I don't know why. Just a whisper of a feeling as you waved goodbye. The coffee cup you left still sits upon the shelf, a ghost of your morning routine, a lonely silent self. I wear the sweater you loved, it still holds your faint scent, but it's a hollow comfort now. Time we've both misspent. I replay every conversation, searching for a clue, a moment where the bridge between us started to fall through. Did you feel it growing, the space that pushed us apart, or was I the only one with a breaking heart? You grew distant, like a ship sailing out of sight, leaving me standing on the shore in the fading light. Was it something I said or something left undone? This hollow space beside me where your presence used to run. You grew distant, oh so distant, and I don't know why. Just a whisper of a feeling as you waved goodbye. I reach out in my sleep, expecting to find your hand, but I wake up to emptiness, a solitary stand. Did we just drift apart like tides that ebb and flow, or was there a moment when you decided to let go? You grew distant, so distant, and now the silence is all that's left. I didn't notice the earthquake, just a subtle shift in light. The way you started keeping secrets from the early morning quiet. I observed the slow subtraction of the warmth beneath your skin, until the silence in the kitchen was the loudest place we'd been. You stopped correcting my assumptions, you stopped fighting for the edge. You just stood still, a perfect statue framed against the window ledge. And it was gentler than confusion, softer than a sudden storm. The moment I saw sanctuary replacing the need to stay warm, your eyes were looking past the furniture, past the life we used to trace. A landscape where my shadow had no longer earned a place. And just like that, the tether snapped, no warning, no slow burning down. You let go of the gravity that held me to the ground. I was built on the foundation of your promise, steady and true. But when you dropped the anchor, darling, I started floating too. used to stack our failures high and build a fortress from the fear. We swore that every map we drew would always bring us back here. I found a box of old instructions written in your hurried hand to fix the small things when they broke, when the current shifted the sand. But the directions didn't cover what to do when the architect walked away, when the effort became heavier than the beauty of the day. It wasn't malice, it was freedom, a cold, decisive kind of art. The way you quietly divorced your future from my beating heart. I tried to meet your distant gaze, I tried to pull you back in range, but there's no arguing with peace when the other person needs the change. I watched the complicated knot we tied dissolve without a sound, and realized I was the only witness left upon this sacred ground. And just like that, the tether snapped, no warning, no slow burning down. You let go of the gravity that held me to the ground. I was built on the foundation of your promise, steady and true. But when you dropped the anchor, darling, I started floating too. And now I'm orbiting nothing, caught between the dark and bright, a solitary satellite watching you drift into the light. I kept holding both ends of the fraying golden thread until the silence of your hands confirmed the words you never said. I was the weight that you determined had to finally be shed. You found your balance in the absence, you defined the space you stole, and the cost of your own wholeness was the fracture of my soul. Oh, I wish you'd been unsteady, I wish you'd had to fight to flee, instead of simply stepping back and releasing me so cleanly. And just like that, the tether snapped, no warning, no slow burning down. You let go of the gravity that held me to the ground. I was built on the foundation of your promise, steady and true. But when you dropped the anchor, darling, I started floating too. And now I'm orbiting nothing, I am just orbiting nothing, just the quiet sound of you.